Will silver and gold actually hold value after an event? Today's video, we're going to talk about that. Hey guys, T2 out here. Welcome back to the Time Preparedness channel. Recently, I did a video on barter and trade, and it was a discussion video on how you shouldn't be stocking up cheap supplies to trade with in hopes that you're going to get something good, right? Don't stock up on big lighters if you expect silver and gold. And so that brings me to today's video. I'm going to be asking the question, does silver and gold actually hold value come a post-event world, a post-event area? So let's start this video off by saying I am by no means a financial expert. If I was, I wouldn't be working the job I'm working now. So take my words with a grain of salt. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. When it comes to silver and gold, there's normally a single response on why people are not stocking up on it. And that is, well, you can't eat silver and gold. So what value does it hold? And you're right, it's 100% true. I'm not going to eat silver, I'm not going to eat my gold. So why would it actually hold value if I can't eat it? Well, you can't eat a shovel, you can't eat a hoe. But yet, both of those hold some sort of value for gardening. I can't eat them, so they must not hold any value. You see the fallacy in that statement? Little off the cuff. So let's play the part of why monies are even valuable in the first place, and then we'll talk about silver and gold. Back in the olden days, when there was no money, when there was no monetary value, you traded. You traded your cows for some chickens. You traded your chickens for some work. You traded. Then as we started branching out, we realized it's kind of hard to carry 1,000-pound cow in your back pocket. It's kind of hard to carry a couple dozen chickens on your backpack. So we needed something that said, hey, I have this item. This item holds this much value. And I'd be willing to trade this value for something of your value. So now what happens? Well, now I take my cow into town and I sell it, and I get some coins, I get some pocket change, right? And then I can take that pocket change, which is a lot easier to transport than cattle, which is a lot easier to transport than, 500 pounds of rice and beans, and I can take it to the next person over, and I can trade my coins that I just got from my cow for something of his. So monies are easier to transport. I mean, you can have $1,000 in your pocket and not even know it. So it's easier to transport. Number two, it's easier to make change. 1,000-pound cow, you can trade all that at once. Well, if your neighbor's only got 15 pounds of vegetables, well, that's all you're getting. You can't just cut a cow's leg off and hand it to someone. You have to take the whole cow. So, easier to transport, easier to make change from. Now, how does that go into silver and gold? So the US dollar used to be backed by a cold currency. Everyone around the world said, hey, this shiny, precious little metal right here holds value for what we can do with it and what we can sell it for. So people had currencies backed by gold. And however much gold you had in the bank determined the amount of dollars that got put into circulation, the gold standard. Well, obviously we've gotten away from that. So now our dollars only hold value because we say they do, which can obviously lead to issues in a future depression, recession, whatever you want to call it. So many preppers have went back to trying to get onto that gold standard personally. They want gold in their house and their safe to have for trade. And same thing with silver and copper and all these other precious metals. So do those precious metals hold value? Should you be investing in them? Understand, you can't eat gold and silver, 100% true. But I can take that silver and I can go trade it for something that I can eat. I can take that gold and I can go trade it. So while yes, you can't directly eat it, you can trade it to someone and eat whatever they are selling, whatever they are trading for. Now, the economy's still up. The civilization is still working as it should. Can I take my silver coin that I have in my pocket and walk in here to a grocery store or a gas station and trade that silver coin that holds a value of, let's say $20 for some gas? No. Most people don't see it as valuable in today's standard. Most retail places will not be willing to trade that silver coin for whatever services they offer. $20 of gas. Why? Because it's a hassle. Instead, they want me to go trade that for dollars and then bring the dollars to them and get that $20 worth of gas. So if silver and gold are hard to trade with now, why do people think that they're going to be easier to trade with during some sort of event? So something happens to our dollar falls, we're back on a barter and trade system. With the silver coins that I have, with the gold coins that I have, will they hold value? Probably not. I was watching City Prepper and he was talking about the 4 stages of a collapse. The pre-collapse, the collapse itself, and that's where most preppers stop prepping. But then there's 2 other stages that follow the actual collapse itself. The living through it day to day, and then the rebuilding process. So let's say you have 10 ounces of silver. During the pre-collapse, you can go and you can trade that silver in for monetary value. Then take those dollars and you can go trade it for beans, rice, bullets, whatever you want to trade it for. At the pre-collapse stage, your silver and gold do hold value. During the collapse, your silver and gold might hold a little value. You know, think Hurricane Katrina. Lasted for a couple of weeks. You could probably trade that silver in for one of your neighbors for a couple gallons of gas if he had extras. You might be able to trade it for a meal or 2 meals or, a pack of MREs if they have extra. Chances are very slim you're going to find somebody who is willing to trade what little food that they have for a coin that they can't eat. Then comes the living through it stage, the day-to-day stage, where your 3 B's of prepping are going to be more valuable. Beans, bullets, and band-aids. These are going to hold a lot more value than your silver coins or your gold coins. Then comes the recovery phase, where either a new monetary system has came up or some new country or some new system has taken place of the old system. Think Venezuela right now. Right? They did the day-to-day phase, now they're trying to rebuild. And it's with the US dollar. So they can take their bolivars, buy the crateful, and they can go trade in for a couple bucks. US dollars. Now your silver and gold would hold value during that final phase. Because then I can go take my silver, which still maintains value throughout the world, and trade it in for the new German mark or the new peso or the new whatever Europe uses. So that is where the silver and gold hold value. It doesn't hold value into the fall. It holds value on the upside. So if you survive and you make it through years of turmoil, at the end of the day, you might be a rich man. You just have to go through 10, 15 years of crap before you become that rich man. Silver and gold are great because I can carry 10, 15, 20 ounces in a pocket and not have to carry around a cow, not have to carry around a dozen chickens. But the silver and gold only hold value to someone that knows their value and to someone that is willing to trade what they have for your silver and gold coins. During World War I, World War II, even now in Venezuela, people used currency as firewood because it was more valuable to burn it than it was to actually hang on to it. The heat that is created from burning money was more valuable to them than taking that wheelbarrow full of money and attempting to get one piece of firewood. So yes, silver and gold do hold value on a inflation standpoint. They do hold value on a uprise standpoint. But going into an event, not very much. And the only people that you can really trade silver and gold to are other preppers who probably already have things. So you have a silver coin, you come to me and you say, well, I want a couple pounds of rice. I know that silver coin's value, but if I'm going to have to hang on to it for 10, 15 years, what's the point? When I can take that 10 pounds of rice and maybe go get a couple chickens for it. And those chickens would hold more value than that silver coin. So just something to consider before buying silver and gold for barter purposes. Just like I said in the video the last time, make sure your barter and trade goods actually hold value. There's no point in stocking up on things that don't actually hold value. Silver and gold, they hold value, but as a SHTF purpose, as a barter and trade purpose, probably not. If your whole idea is that something is going to happen and I'm going to have to trade to get things that I want, you might want to look elsewhere than silver and gold. Silver's up to 20 something dollars an ounce. For that same 20 bucks, I can go buy a 50-pound bag of rice at Sam's Club. And trust you me, that 50 pounds of rice is going to go a lot further than a silver coin. So I'm not saying don't invest in silver and gold, right? You do you, boo-boo. It's just like investing in firearms and ammunition. I'm not saying only invest in silver and gold. I think that'd be a terrible idea because, again, let's go back. You can't eat it, and you're going to have to trade a lot of it for some food. What I'm saying is diversify your portfolio. If you already have land and you're already producing, you have chickens, you have cows, you have ducks, you have whatever, and you already have years of food stockpiled, you already have arms and ammunition stockpiled, and you want that next step, sure, invest in silver and gold. I did it before I had all that stuff, and it's sat in the closet for the last 5 years. Instead, I should have taken that money and I should have become a farmer a lot sooner than what I did. If you think that you're going to be able to survive 5, 10, 15 years down the road after some event, and you want to be the richest man on the block, hey, invest in silver and gold. But remember, you've got to make it through that event. If not, the value of those coins are going to belong to whoever finds them first. Like I said, I'm not saying don't invest in it. I'm not saying only invest in it. I'm saying diversify your portfolios. All right, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section. That's all I got for today. T2 out.